welcome to the dark room. When you guys come in here to make your contact sheet, you're going to have two things. You're going to have your negatives and your paper. Your paper will be inside this like little light tight box inside of a light tight bag. So when you go to set up to make your contact sheet, you've got these two things. This is an easel. You're not going to need it for this. This is for printing. So just go ahead and put it off to the side. What you will need is the glass proofer, which is right here. So your negatives are going to go right inside of that. Okay, goes right there. And then you're going to need your cardboard, but not yet. So we'll put it off to the side, and this little negative carrier. When you come in the whole enlarger setup, you'll see a little timer, and this has T and F. So it's a little bit confusing unless you just kind of know that one of them, the light is continually on, and the T is always set for time. So if you just click it like that, the light is on, and it just kind of stays on. Now, notice my paper is not out right now. So it's not being exposed to the light, because I can't expose it to this light at all. So I have this stuff like all locked up over here, and I have this on. This is how you open up to put your negative in, or put your negative carrier in. But you also want to make sure that this is closed, because that's far too much light for your paper when you're exposing your paper. So you come here, you open this guy up, you put the negative carrier right in there, okay? And then you close this guy here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the enlarger head, okay? I'm going to crank this so that the light, see the light right here, is a little bit bigger and wider than this area with my glass proofer. And I can even put my negatives right on top of it to kind of see how all of that's going to go. This is my aperture light right here. It'll make it brighter, so if I turn it all the way up, that's how it looks. If I turn it all the way down, that's how it looks. So you guys can see all the way up, all the way down. It's quite a bit dimmer. Turn it all the way up, and then go 2 clicks down. So that's about right in the middle. That should be about an F4. So we want it kind of like just halfway. Now, I can set my timer, and I like to have my light on and then bring my timer over here. And this is seconds, and I'm going to set my timer for 1, 2, 3 seconds. And then I'm going to flip the switch, but that's not technically off. Technically it's time. So now if I press this button in the middle, my light's going to come on for 3 seconds and off. So I'm good to go. I'm all set up there. So now what I want to do is I want to make a test strip to figure out how much time to give to these negatives. Because I don't know. Remember, photography is all about light and time, right? So I have my paper, and I have some pre-cut test strips in here. Okay, so there's my test strip. Once I've gotten that out, notice the light's not on at all. Then I'm going to put my paper back in the box. I'm going to fold it over. And everything in here is black. It's painted black. So you can just slide this guy underneath as long as it's like that and it's folded over, because you're going to go in and out of it using the paper. So now I've got my negatives and my test strips. So my negatives, I want to hold those up to the light and make sure I can read the numbers correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's how I should be laying the negatives down. My paper, I want to make sure I'm using the emulsion side is facing towards the light. So that's the shiny side. Okay, so the other side's a little bit more dull. We got the shiny side. Okay, so the shiny side is facing up. It's going to go underneath right here, underneath the negatives and underneath the glass proofer. And then I put this like that. Now I'm going to use my cardboard. And what am I doing right now? Exposing, absolutely. So how many seconds did I just expose that for? 3, good. So now I'm going to move my cardboard. Now how many seconds is that first part exposed for? 6. Good. So I'm doing it a third time. So you just want to keep track of how many seconds. So 3 seconds. That's my third time. That's my fourth time. This is a little bit bigger test strip. I like having bigger test strips. So you can take 1 or 2 sheets of your paper and cut them down into test strips. And then you just always have a couple in there. Okay, so now is the moment of truth and also the fun part where we start to get to see images appear. So this little guy goes right in here. And the development tests are posted, so you just look up a little secondhand, develop for 1 minute. And so what do you think the darker parts are versus the lighter parts? Yeah, overexposed, too much time, more time, right? So anytime it's darker, it's more time. And then the lighter parts are going to be less time. So like the 3 seconds or the 6 seconds. Okay, so that's it. Let that drip, 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 drip. Give it a little shake. There's the fixer. Now, fixer we usually fix for 3 minutes, but the trick with a test strip is, what are we going to do with a test strip? Yeah, we're going to look at it and then we're going to toss it. So we really only need to fix it for about 1 minute with the test strip, because the whole goal here is just to be able to take it out in the light and take a good look at it and be able to see what time we want to expose the final paper for. So that drip, I just like dip it in the water to rinse it off a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to take this guy, we're going to get in here, we're going to take it outside and take a look at it. So this is really dark. What we want to actually look for is where the sprockets start to like become black, but they're completely black all throughout. And then we have like this right here, I can see that little line. So I'm pretty sure that since the person's so dark right here, that 3 seconds is a good exposure time. Okay, so we're gonna go back in and we're gonna expose our whole paper for 3 seconds. We wanna set this for 3 seconds, which is already set for 3 seconds. Okay, and that should be a good exposure time. Then we're going to go ahead and get out our full sheet of paper. Now for some reason, not all of your, if you only have like a half page of negatives, like not all of them came out, you just cut your paper down so it's not waste paper. I'm going to pull my paper back up. I'm going to make sure that the paper is going which way? Yeah, emulsion side towards the light, so that's the dull side, that's the shiny side. Glass proofer comes up. And the negatives go on top so that the light can pass through them. Good, and now I am ready to go. moment of truth. This is always kind of like the magic moment in photography, when the negatives mysteriously appear and become the positives. Just like Pitbull, it took my life from a negative to a positive. Okay, so I can develop that for 3/4 of a minute, and it's getting a little dark, which could be the negatives themselves, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with 3/4 of a minute. If I take this out in the light and I feel like it's too dark, I can come back and do 2 seconds or do a new test strip. But it's also possible that it just looks a little dark in here, and that once I get it outside, it's going to be look normal. So that's pretty common with it when you're using the darkroom at all, that you're in here and you're looking at it and it looks too light, too dark, whatever it is, get it out there in the light. And this one you do want to go ahead and fix for 3 minutes, because you are going to put it in a sleeve and keep it and use it as a tool. So we'll let this one fix and we can go outside and take a look at the other one that I did yesterday. Okay, so then you can take the little loop and you can get this guy and you can come in here and take like a closer look at your negatives. And from there you decide which one you want to print and which one you love. Which one you love. So this is just a tool. I mean, it looks nice, it's cool, we can see all our pictures, but it's essentially a tool for deciding which ones we want to print. So it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, it just has to be good enough to see the ones that we really, really are like, wow, that's a great picture and it has good range and contrast and tone, and it looks great when we turn it into a positive.